Welcome to Momentum Monday. Today is March 28th, 2021. What's going on, Howard? You look sweaty.
Oh, he said I look sweaty. I just had penne arrabbiata and some dumplings, and I'm a little hot. I want to spice it up a little
Spicy
bit.
food.
Doing some laundry. We had a great day. I rode and I golfed.
Sounds good. I thought you were invested in that big Asian hedge fund that blew up on Friday.
No, I didn't even. This is how clueless I am. I was actually bought some Farfetch, not knowing any of that, so I got a little bit lucky. But let's pull up the charts. And I made a joke. If one Chinese hedge fund blows up, 20 minutes later, another one blows up.
Yeah, I mean,
You
it's
get
not
the joke? Do you
Chinese.
even get that joke? Does a Bulgarian even understand my Chinese jokes?
Sure.
It's because, if you eat Chinese food, you're hungry 20 minutes later.
I mean, I would say thirsty too, right?
Thirsty
Because
too.
of MSG.
This is why you're a
Past
professional
2 days,
trader.
definitely we saw some major dislocations in the market, some severe sell-offs in a lot of the momentum names, and turns out it's not only about rising interest rates and more supply, but some of the highly leveraged hedge funds were just liquidated.
I don't
If,
get it. I mean,
if
I
you
don't
take a look at
know
the
how you
price
can get in
action,
trouble. I don't know how you can get in trouble in a raging bull market. It boggles
leverage,
my mind.
Howard, is through leverage. So from my understanding, the main guy who blew up on Friday, so he had $15 billion of his own money, but he had positions for about 120 billion. He was 80 billion long
I mean,
momentum stocks and 40 billion short the S&P.
wow.
So, and maybe this is why we saw that big spike in the S&P in the past hour when it just ran for like 2%, the S&P.
This is why I love my life. I don't even watch the news, but I did buy some FTCH. I didn't. I'm not.
Yeah.
That Baidu got hammered. That is a.
All the big Chinese tech stocks,
No, but look at all the 200-day moving averages got cleaned out right where it should. Like, how do you not want to? Did nothing change with these companies? So you were buying these things at the 200-day moving average Friday afternoon.
yeah, it was you and Warren Buffett, I'm sure, just buying the liquidations.
Listen, Farfetch is a company I have my own. I've owned it for a long time. If I see it down 40%, I'm going to own it.
Yeah.
Tencent's a much more diversified. It's not owned by one. It's such a big company. This guy didn't have a big enough position. But all these little ones, IQ, I was noticing like the huge dislocations.
Exactly.
Did you trade any of them or no?
No, I didn't. I was long some of the semiconductors equipment stocks since the whole industry was breaking out, and also some home builders, just because I saw the home builder ETF breaking out to new all-time highs, and also a lot of strength in the semi. So that's where I focused on, and I found out about that liquidation later, after the market was closed.
Let my dog out. Keep going, Ivan. Talk about where we're at in the markets here. Hang on.
So the S&P 500 closed at new all-time highs basically on Friday. A lot of strength in cyclical names. We're talking industrial metals, steel, aluminum, copper. All those stocks have been extremely strong as of late, like the whole XME, the metals ETF, super strong on Friday, along with semiconductors, which also can be considered cyclical sector, especially the semiconductor equipment stocks. I mean, the Chinese company NIO, which makes electric cars, they had to close a plant because they don't have enough chips, enough smart chips to use for their vehicles. So there's a worldwide shortage of.
Great. We're going to go to a world war because there's not enough chips for smart cars.
Yeah.
Perfect world we live
We
in.
need to grow more potatoes, Howard, to save the world.
But then we'd run out of sacks. So it's easy. It's not easy, Ivan.
So this is why all those semi-SNAP are just breaking out on significant volume.
Oh my goodness, applied materials. Go look at a monthly of that thing. I've got to be nuts. I can't believe I don't own that. That's like an 8.
It's not a fresh breakout, but
No,
A lot
but
of
that
interesting
thing was
technology.
$6 in 2015.
I mean, as you
What?
said, that semis are a cyclical sector, and it
Yeah.
seems like the wind is
Well, I
slowly
think this time
breaking.
it's just repetitive. You went from smartphones to crypto to robots to gaming to well,
Electric vehicles.
crypto, decentralization, and then you got cars. I mean, the upgrade cycle of electric cars is just beginning.
Yeah,
Wow,
exactly. So
really fascinating.
this is why there's so many interesting setup breakouts in the sector.
Stop it. My dog is interrupting our show. You're not.
That's because Chewy is not really looking good, Howard. Let me just pull up Chewy real quick on a daily
Call her
chart.
high. That's why
It's
she's
very-
upset.
Yes, it's bear flagging. If it breaks down here, it can, test the
Where's
200
that
no
trading
problem.
at? No earnings. He was smart. He went from Chewy to GameStop. This guy.
Yeah, GameStop.
He's on the board of GameStop, the Chewy founder. So anyway, there's something for everybody. Sorry, everybody. My dog is having a breakdown. And then what was interesting, Ivan, is the fangs are kind of hold in there, but Cisco broke out. Wow, ultra clean.
Yeah. Cisco, and the other old economy stocks like FedEx, UPS, transportation stocks as well. So yeah, the very interesting breakout in Cisco. Uh, I mean, it's not a stock that I will trade because it's very slow, very low volatility, but
No, but like Cisco and
notable
Intel
breakout.
were written off, and now they're holding up the Nasdaq. Like it's
Yeah.
just bouncing potatoes.
So let's go over a few of the home builders. XHB broke out. I think that's new
Wow.
price.
Yeah.
And there are a lot of, I mean, they're so super highly correlated, so they kind of look the same. DHI, HOB, I think is the one with the most relative strength.
Wow.
Then you have what Lennar.
I wonder what's driving it. It's just a recovery. Just all the money going out to people to buy their home, I guess, their first home.
Yeah, I mean, there is very little supply and a lot of demand. So prices are going up, and home builders are saying that they haven't seen such strong market in decades.
It's just unbelievable. I was reading today that Arizona sales taxes collected were up like 9% on the year. So it's like, people stayed home in Arizona and spent their money instead of leaving. And, these southwestern states and just the southern part of the US, the numbers are going to be staggering, I guess, because people are just spending at home. Look at Restoration Hardware. I mean, I kick myself. I mean, I'm just such an idiot.
Yeah,
That's breaking out. That's going to 1,000.
I wouldn't be surprised. This is a longer term chart.
Well, if the home builders are building out, Restoration Hardware is the product for these homes. Like, I mean, it's a perfect time as you buy a home to quickly furnish it. Well, upper middle class to higher middle class. I wonder how you play. I guess Wayfair for the rest of the home.
Wayfair is looking amazing, by the way. Very constructively setting up
Yeah,
for a
that
breakout
could
here.
go. I mean, if I was going to try a trade, as much as I hate that company, that could really go if the home builders are breaking out.
Yeah, also Lowe's and Home Depot also both at all-time highs.
Well, basically what you're saying is, fuck, this idiot that was short the S&P and long Chinese. If you're long China, if you can't find good ideas in the United States, it goes back to it. Listen, I own some Alibaba and Tencent, but look what's going on here. And if you're short the U.S. and your best ideas are Chinese stocks, you're just not working hard enough. And don't even get me going on crypto. I'm going to kill IB. So by the way, our sponsor was acquired by Fox News Corp.
I heard that, yeah.
Yeah, for 270 million. So congrats to the team over at MarketSmith. But they don't have crypto charts. You want to go see what's really going on, Ivan, is my crypto portfolio. I don't know where we can pull up charts. Maybe trading view? Can you pull up trading view for a minute? I want to show people what's going on over there.
Which seem just Bitcoin and Ethereum? Or?
No, I want to pull up some other tokens. I wonder if we can pull them up. Let's try it. Can you type in Solana, Solana? I want to show people some of the tokens that I own that, through some funds that you want to see some tech charts.
So what is it?
Solana, Solana. Yeah,
Solana.
the token. Solana. Try that. I don't know if that's it. Yep. Look at this thing. Okay, so this is the Ethereum competitor. I mean, look at this thing since February. So, there is a whole nother world going on. If we look at Helium, HNT, Helium, which is a distributed Wi-Fi network. Yeah, HNT. No, do it to US dollars. Go back. Just type in here. Yeah, HNT to US dollars. I mean, this thing was pennies at the beginning of the year. Okay, so there is this whole other world. I'm surprised you're not getting into this through. And then I would look at GRT, the graph. Anyways, there I am like complete. As people know from reading me the last month or two, I am completely transfixed and digging into crypto, and some of these blockchains are just fascinating. So while the Nasdaq goes sideways, is what I meant to say here. While everybody now indexes themselves to the QQQ, the DeFi index, some of these crypto tokens, which no one's indexing towards, are moving. And you can see everybody went into the queues, and now home builders. What do we got? Travel stocks.
Cyclical, yeah. I mean, even airlines.
Yeah, I'll never get into it, but God bless. There's something for everybody. It's
And
nice to see. It's just nice to see the Utes trading all kinds of different vehicles.
yeah,
This liquidity is beautiful. So I don't know. I'm super impressed with the amount of supply that's come into this market in the last 6 months to a year, and the SPACs are pulling back, but the amount of supply that's come into the market and just digested this stuff spectacular. You could be seeing some basing patterns and just a healthy pullback that was necessary in some of these behemoth tech names.
look, many of the
They're
high
just
momentum
they're just
names
pullbacks in big trends.
have had a significant pullbacks. We're talking 30-40% pullbacks. So
Yeah, I've been in the biotech one, so guilty there of being a victim in this pullback. But I'm not going to be scared out here. I still think there's just such a revolution going on. But it seems like a stock picker's market still. It's really
yeah,
fascinating.
absolutely. Stock pickers market. They're good short and good long setups, mostly long though. And they're in all types of different spaces. The retail stores are also looking good. For example, this Fund 5.
Yeah, that's Rachel's favorite store. We got shaken out of this in the crash in March, and she's going to kill herself when she sees it back at 200. I think we sold that in the 90s on the way back. Wow. Wow. But anyways, yeah, home builders, Home Depot, Wayfair, Restoration Hardware, nuts and bolts, recovery, some retail stocks. And then in the tech side, I think everything's marking time. You got semiconductors working, and then obviously the crypto space is working bigly.
In the tech side, if most cash funds are done selling, done liquidating, from what I understand, we might see like a decent bounce in many of those names.
What do you think that was? I don't know what the run-up in Viacom and Discovery was, and I don't know what the pullback was.
Well, the same.
Remember we were speculating these were like NFT ideas, but like, I
mean, it turns out those same trend-following hedge funds owned them. They were long, and they liquidated last week. So that's why we saw that.
They weren't taking profits. Like just fascinating. You have that kind of wins and there's no liquidity. I mean, that's scary. I mean, that reminds you how scary trend following can be,
And in this case, the difference is that the guy that blew up, he was working with his own money, right?
Oh.
It was not outside money, so it was his own money. So obviously, very capable guy. If he can bring it from 16 million to 15 billion, obviously he knows what he's doing most of the time.
Well, a fool on his money. Anyways, I'm excited for the week to open. There's a lot of hidden strength out there.
Yeah, I agree. There definitely, as I said, more long setups than short. There's some short, but I'm not super excited about them. So let's see what the market brings.
All right, have a great week. Everybody have a great week. I think you can tell from Ivan and I when we're not, you know, the breadth is good, the depth of the market is you know, stuff is holding, but at the same time, there's some signs of exhaustion on the
Yeah, in
edges,
some sectors, yeah.
and so there are landmines out there. All right, have a great week, everybody.
All right, bye.